What's going on, guys? Coming at you with the first edition of U.S. Women's National Team Roundup. Thought I would do this. I did this with the Seattle Reign this week, their Royal Guard supporter group, and I thought, why not? Have fun. So, U.S. just played Mexico yesterday in Jacksonville at Everbank. Wasn't really sure what to expect from Mexico. Knew we were still kind of working on our experimenting and making sure that we were kind of solidifying team structure. Obviously, we were out with a few injuries. JJ out, O'Hara out, Bruin coming back. So we're still working on making sure that we fill in those holes and continue to show and grow the depth of the team. But as far as player notes and the game overall, I feel like while sometimes a little bit unclean, I think the team, the women played really well. I feel like Morgan is always up there, kind of making those great runs and timing them really well and reading what the player who has the ball currently is going to do. I feel like that's obviously, she's up there for a reason. That's something that she's really good and strong at. As far as Dunna's defense, that's something that's kind of new for her, maybe, and for the team as a whole. I feel like she plays really well back there. Obviously, she probably wants to be a little bit more up front, be a part of the attack than the defense, but she'll do what the team needs her to do and make that side a little bit more of a threat. Obviously with Dunn being such a great striker, she probably has the ability to play the side a little bit more. And I think we saw her moving up a little bit higher than normal for the defense. So I think making that left side a little bit more intimidating or isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maybe she's just filling in at this point, but we'll see what happens when like O'Hara comes back. Obviously, with her out, Sonnet played in her position, in her spot, and Sonnet did really well as well. She played. I don't think she was subbed out. I just had a little mental glitch. I was like, I don't think Sonnet got subbed out. I think she played the whole game and did really well. When Bruin came out, she subbed for Pugh. I guess I should get that one figured out, huh? But I think I'm really pleased with her. I know she was out of the circuit for a little bit there when Jill was trying to maybe play some other players and kind of hold her back there, knowing she's there, but giving other people a shot. And I think she's a really strong defender for us. As far as the beginning of the game, obviously we came out attacking. I think we really put some pressure onto Mexico. I think they were probably a little bit on their heels, not sure what way we were coming from and who was going to get the ball where, and it showed. We had a few different attempts on goal within the first 5-10 minutes, and obviously not equalizing, but scoring in the 6th minute there. When Pugh picked the ball up from Rapinoe. Quick little deflection in, but there when she needs to be there. And speaking of Pugh, I think considering she's still young, 19 years old, I think her confidence and her composure on the ball is really well. I'm excited to see her grow with the team, and obviously only get better from here. I don't think she's peaked yet, obviously, but I feel her ease and confidence on the ball and composure is equal to the other players out there. And I think that's great coming from somebody who's so young. Another player who's young on the team who has received, I think that was her third probably game, but I'm not. First start, maybe second start. I can't remember what she was doing in the previous 2 games. Is Tierna Davidson, and I think maybe not standing out with some unbelievable plays, but really just holding strong there and keeping that locked up in the middle there. And I feel like she fits in really nicely with the team in that defensive block back there. Let's see who else. I feel like the U.S. kind of loosened up their intensity a little bit, starting around the 20th minute or so in their fourth for 10-15 minutes. And Nair had some miscues, and Mexico kind of maybe found some weakness or some laxing or some and took advantage of it. I would like to see Nair maybe make a little bit better decision under pressure. I think while she is kind of slotted as the number one currently, I feel she needs to kind of continue to work a little bit and make sure to. Not saying I don't appreciate Nair as a number one keeper and that she is very poised as far as being more of the veteran goalkeeper on the team. Obviously, there's Harris as well. I feel like Harris is also kind of in the same boat of has some amazing saves at times and maybe has some not so great decisions also at other times. So, I mean, as far as who will be number one, you can't really keep tinkering too much. We're getting into the qualifying here in a few months. Obviously, happening for other nations currently, but we'll see. I think she's a good fit for what we have. I mean, obviously, people talk about French and Campbell coming up, and they show really well. But I mean, is it too soon, too close to the tournament to kind of still be tinkering with that and maybe get somebody who we want to just get back there and have her be solid? I think that might be where Jill where Ellis is thinking currently. Let's see. As far as the halftime, I mean, the U.S. came out way hot. They're fired up, ready to go. Threw Mexico on their back heels a little bit. Obviously, scoring 3 goals in 3 minutes, 51-54. Morgan's first international PK. I find it hard to believe, but she confirmed after the game, so I feel like that's accurate. But yeah, scored a PK, and then basically the next play, Haran fed some beautiful balls yesterday as well. Really, just picked out people pretty well there. But yeah, Haran to Morgan, 53rd minute, and then Lloyd is subbed in and basically, one closer to 100 in the 54th minute there via Haran again. So really happy with the team. Like I said, clean it up a little bit. The rest of the game kind of was just opportunities, but clean still. So clean and unclean. My big thing is to, keep pressuring the ball as they do. I mean, I think as far as the U.S. goes, they're one of the best teams as far as pressuring the ball offensively and defensively and making sure to either keep possession or regain possession. If somebody loses possession of the ball, they definitely make sure to hustle back and try to get it back for the team. As far as like player notes, like the future of Lloyd, where will she be and what role will she play in the 99 World Cup, as she'll be, I think 37 and 38 in the next 2 international tournaments. I feel like with her stubbornness and her determination, her dedication, she might still be a pretty strong contributing factor. But you never know. I think she has some of the best passing angles I have seen. Who was it? I think Haran threw out I was like, whoa, that's a good pass there. But I feel like Carly can she's a good playmaker in the middle there. I think she can, lead people down the sideline or slot it through tough holes in between defenders and really just play the forwards up. And her finishing. I mean, sometimes she's a little off, but a lot of times she's there, she's poised, and she's a threat. I mean, I would not want Carly to come at me if I had the ball. She won't back down. She won't slow down. So I think we'll see how she plays in. She might not be a 90-minute contributor to the team, but she'll definitely come in and be threatening for sure. Dahlkemper's showing really well still. I think she's a solid back for us. Really, really pleased with her. She's consistent. She doesn't really have too many mess ups. And that's what we need going forward, obviously. Even Long, there was one play in particular yesterday where she controlled the ball really well out of the air and then played Morgan on the top of the 18 in one of those fun, like, ooh, good pass there, and I don't know. I feel like after the She Believes last year, I think people kind of had their doubts as to her ability to be effective on the team. Obviously not doing very well as a middle back for us in that 3-back line. But so maybe people didn't really trust her or don't trust her as much as, she deserves at this point. But I feel like she showed decently yesterday, and actually pleased with her. So, you know, let's see. And Becky Sauerbrunn came back, so that's great news. You know, don't want to see our stud middle back there get injured. So, and she is a consistent player for us. What they said that was the first time yesterday that she subbed in since like 2014. She started the most consistent games of any player on the team. So it's she's kind of a key to the back line there, and just somebody that we have come to rely on. Let's see, what else do I got? The new uniforms. Fan. They have a fun like hoodie jacket that I'm going to probably buy here soon. I love the new kits. I think they're great. Tournament of Nations will be back July 26th, August 2nd. Venue information and ticket information will be released within the next couple of weeks, it sounds like. But returning the same teams, U.S., obviously, Australia, Brazil, and Japan. So excited for that, and to see how the team kind of continues to make shapes to form. And obviously we'll have friendlies in between now and then, but it's interesting to put it into like you're playing like the best teams in the world kind of thing. I guess a little side note as I wrap up here, England and Wales had a game today, and it actually came out as a 0-0 draw. Wales has always conceded a loss to England, and I feel like that's actually I had a little weird prediction saying like, you know, it's kind of hard to know the actual ranking out there at all anymore because, you know, Germany didn't show very well in the last G believes and fired their coach afterwards, and Australia is kind of booming, and you know it's hard to know what's going on with the teams, and you know for Wales to pull England into a 0-0 draw I think is great, and I'm happy, and I would love to see the sport continue to grow. That's kind of why I do this. Yeah, I'm putting my face out there, but I'm doing it because I want people to find somebody to listen to and get excited about the sport. Yeah, go team, go. And also Jess Fishlock is a Reign player, and I feel like I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. She deserves to have some glory over there. As you know, I watch her play for Seattle Reign, and she's a feisty, fiery one in the middle there, and she's a joy to watch. So, congratulations. Uh, I'm excited. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Leave questions, comments, feedback at all in the comments below, please. And yeah, share with your buddies.